Coming up on AC 24/7, a school superintendent in Virginia is speaking out after facing criticism for the handling of merit scholarship awards. Some say the delay is intentional. How parents and students are responding. Plus, Ticketmaster on Capitol Hill to answer to the complaints of Taylor Swift fans, what some senators say could help level the playing field. And how the newly surfaced podcast is linked to the growing scandal surrounding Congressman George Santos. Hey there, welcome to another edition of AC 24/7. I'm Lamar Baldwin. There's a National Merit Award controversy in Fairfax County, Virginia. Multiple high schools delayed notifying students about their merit scholarships, calling it human error. The Advocate Channel's Athena Jones has the details.
A battle over national merit honors is shaking up Virginia school districts.
To characterize that as a golden ticket would not be accurate.
Fairfax County Public Schools Superintendent Michelle Reed, in her first media interview, responding to criticism from Governor Glenn Youngkin, who campaigned on changing education in Virginia. Youngkin slamming dozens of high schools for failing to notify students their PSAT scores won them commendations as part of the annual National Merit Scholarship Competition.
It impacts their ability to apply to college for scholarships. And this idea of a golden ticket, as it is called, was withheld from them.
We didn't receive it until November 21st, after the deadline had passed for early admissions and early acceptance. So we don't know. I mean, we're still waiting to hear back from colleges. We've gotten a few rejections.
The governor arguing the commendations were withheld intentionally to avoid hurting the feelings of students who didn't win recognition.
They have a maniacal focus on equal outcomes for all students at all cost.
What I mean when I talk about equal outcomes is the opportunity for each and every student to achieve their unique potential.
Part of the thing that's got so many parents up in arms, this idea that this wasn't human error, that this was an intentional effort. What is your response to that accusation?
We celebrate each and every one of our students' unique contributions and achievements, and there is absolutely no division-wide effort to withhold recognition or not to honor hard work and achievement.
Virginia's Attorney General now investigating high schools across Fairfax County after 8 of them delayed telling students they had been commended, including Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology, the top-ranked high school in the country.
We did initiate a third-party external review into the situation.
In a letter to the community, Reed said the delay was likely due to human error.
We committed to contacting all the colleges and universities of the early action, early decision schools that otherwise our commended scholars might not have had that information to notify.
Lost in this war of words, students who were recognized with a commendation are actually out of the competition for national merit scholarships.
I think I might have even thrown it away because I didn't really think much of it. I didn't put it anywhere in my honors section for college apps.
Ticketing industry executives testifying before lawmakers on Capitol Hill over Ticketmaster's dominance of the live entertainment ticketing industry. The Senate hearing comes after millions of fans were unable to purchase tickets for Taylor Swift tour. Ticketmaster blames unprecedented demand, but now lawmakers are now looking into competition in the industry. The Advocate Channel's Mike Valerio has the details.
The ticketing and live entertainment markets lack competition.
The ticket industry's market practices under Senate scrutiny as lawmakers call for changes.
We need to make sure we have competition to bring prices down and bring innovation in and stop the fiascos.
Bipartisan backlash.
God, please!
2 months after the Taylor Swift ticketing fiasco reignited public scrutiny of the industry.
Ticketmaster learned valuable lessons from this on sale. In hindsight, there are several things we could have done better. And let me be clear that Ticketmaster accepts its responsibility as being the first line of defense against bots in our industry.
Ticketmaster says the mishandling of Swift's ticket sales was due to unprecedented demand, as the company said its systems were hit with 3 times the amount of bot traffic they've ever experienced. But the debacle shed light on Ticketmaster's economic dominance over the market, to the detriment of consumers, lawmakers said, adding the company's Swift ticket handling is part of a larger problem.
consolidation of power in the hands of few can create problems for the many.
Meantime, Ticketmaster rival SeatGeek claims Ticketmaster's power over the industry allows it to maintain monopolistic influence over the market.
As long as Live Nation remains both the dominant concert promoter and ticketer of major venues in the U.S., the industry will continue to lack competition and struggle.
Ticketmaster's parent company, Live Nation Entertainment, says reported revenue in 2022 was up 63% to $6.2 billion. Embattled Republican Congressman George Santos is making even more questionable claims, this time in a Brazilian podcast, which was just released but recorded 2 weeks before his laundry list of lies about his education, work history, and religion were first exposed. The new claims including that he was mugged, that he survived an assassination attempt, and that he donated his entire congressional salary to charity. The Advocate Channel's Eva McKend reports.
Tell us if you lied on your financial disclosure report to Congress.
Embattled Congressman George Santos back at work on Capitol Hill today, dodging tough questions from reporters as new revelations about public claims he's made continue to pile up.
George, primeiro lugar, obrigadão.
The latest coming from a recently released interview with a Brazilian podcast that was taped in December, shortly after Santos won election in New York's 3rd District. Santos claimed in the interview, done in Portuguese, that he was mugged on 5th Avenue in New York City in the summer of 2021 as he was walking out of a commercial building in broad daylight.
They robbed me, took my bag, my shoes, and watch.
But a source with the New York Police Department tells CNN there's no record Santos reported the alleged crime. The lack of a report doesn't mean the alleged incident didn't take place, but it draws further scrutiny of the claim made by Santos, who has already admitted to lying about key parts of his biography. Another claim Santos made in the interview that's raising eyebrows, that he survived an assassination attempt.
We have suffered life attack, assassination attempt, threatening letter, having to have security guards and police escorts standing in front of our house.
But Santos did not go into any further details or provide any corroborating evidence. In the same podcast, Santos suggested he was living comfortably, enough to make a pledge to donate his congressional salary to charity. He declined to answer questions about that vow on Tuesday.
The podcast, you said you donate your salary. Do you still plan to do that?
The 34-year-old did say he would cooperate with a potential upcoming House ethics investigation.
Will you cooperate with that?
Absolutely. Santos wasn't among his colleagues at the new member reception this evening at the White House, though he was invited.
I just didn't have the time. It was on my schedule. Sorry.
What are you doing instead?
Constituent services.
Santos already facing questions about his future plans, including whether he'll run for re-election.
Wow, it's so early for that question. I just got here, guys.
House Speaker Kevin McCarthy says he will hold George Santos to the same standard as anyone else elected to Congress. But unless it's proven that Santos has broken the law, the top Republican in the House says it's not his responsibility to take any action to remove him from office.
Take a step over.
It's looking like 2023 will be another big year for actress Sheryl Lee Ralph. The Abbott Elementary star will perform during the Super Bowl's pre-show. Ralph will sing Lift Every Voice, known as the Black National Anthem. The Abbott Elementary star had social media buzzing when she sang on stage while accepting her Emmy Award in 2022. But Ralph has had a long career on Broadway, starring in the 1981 hit Dreamgirls. Country music artist Chris Stapleton has been chosen to sing the national anthem, and Kenneth Babyface Edmonds will perform America the Beautiful. Thank you for joining us for another edition of AC 24/7. For more content that advocates for you, go to advocatechannel.com and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and subscribe to us on YouTube. For the Advocate Channel, I'm Lamont Baldwin.